Golf Central on YouTube. Brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Welcome into your Golf Central update. I am Matt Adams. Here's the leaderboard at the Dana Open presented by Marathon. 19-year-old Lucy Lee leading the way on 14 under par after a third round score of 67. She has a one-shot lead over Lexi Thompson and Caroline Masson. Thompson with a 65 and Masson matching that number. After the third round, Lucy Lee met with the media and spoke to managing her game.
I was probably a little nervous. It wasn't anything crazy, but I haven't felt nervous in a long time. So definitely, I was a little nervous on the first hole. Made bogey there, but after that, I didn't really feel any more nerves. Kind of just, I guess on the second shot on the first hole, the first shot's pretty easy. So yeah.
So after the bogeys on the front nine, when you really made the turn, is where it really started to get more comfortable for you out there. Would you agree?
Yeah, for sure. Kind of actually making those bogeys might have helped a little, just, getting that out of the way and knowing that I could just, freewheel it out there a little. The putts just weren't falling in at first, and so it was great to get a few of them to fall kind of coming in down the stretch.
Walk me through some of those last holes. How crucial was it to pick up some opportunities there at those shorter par fours and the par fives? Yeah,
for sure. Birdieing 10, that was a good one. And then I think the birdie on 14, the par 3, was huge because I just missed like a really short putt the hole before. And so I was a little bit upset about that. It was nice to get one back there, a little bit of a longer putt, kind of made up for the putt before. So it was just good to keep the momentum going. And then the par save on 15 was also big.
Before I open it up, are you one to look at leaderboards as you're going through the course?
Yeah, for sure. I've always been one to leaderboard watch. I think it's just knowing where you are and kind of not changing your game plan, but just adjusting your strategy. I think that's important. Of something I've always done since I was a kid.
Mentally, that can help and sometimes hurt, but sometimes help. You definitely think it helps to know where you are when you're on the course?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I get that sometimes looking at the leaderboards can give you a little bit more pressure, but I just think it's more important for me to know where I stand. Mm-hmm. So that's just, been something I've always done.
Kyle?
How important was today kind of proving to yourself that you can do this? I mean, you've never had a 36-hole lead. You bogey some holes and fall back, and then you come back, and now you're the leader going into Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely started off a little shaky, but it was great to finally roll some in and kind of started playing freely again the way I'd been, hitting it the last couple of days. Started, hitting some really good shots coming in the back nine and rolling some putts in. So that was definitely good for my confidence. But I think it's just really important, like I said yesterday, to keep doing what I've been doing the whole year and just not to treat this round or the next round any differently.
What was the atmosphere like out there coming down the back nine just on a Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, definitely. It was really hot, so I was just trying really hard to keep my concentration. That was number one for me. Sometimes when it's hot, you can, get a little hazy. So that was the number one thing I was focusing on was, to stay focused.
I think, is she playing with Lexi tomorrow?
I believe so.
Yeah, so I think you're playing with Lexi tomorrow. Well, I mean, in the final group on a Sunday, playing with her, how do you think that experience will be?
I mean, that's great. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, right? Hopefully it'll be a good turnout and a good final round.
Have you guys played together before?
I haven't. I don't think I've played with her in a tournament round before. I played with her in some practice rounds. I did play practice round with her when I was 11 at the Open, and she outdrove me by like 60 yards, and she probably still outdrives me by 20 yards. So. Yeah.
You were both kind of like child phenoms. I mean, do you know each other well, or what's your guys' relationship?
Not really. I haven't spent that much time on the LPGA, so I haven't really gotten to know her that well. She's quite a bit older than me, but it's definitely someone that kind of went through the same things as me, so it's definitely cool to see.
That of whom she speaks, Lexi Thompson, on the mark of 13 under par, trails her by but one shot. There you can see Lexi Thompson, 27, 28, and then today, 29 putts in the 3 consecutive days, 15 of 18 greens. Lexi Thompson addressed the media afterwards and started discussing the opportunities that lie.
5 birdies, an eagle today, just 1 bogey, really solid round. What is it about Sylvania and this golf course that really appeals to you? You seem to play well here almost every year you play.
I think honestly the golf course is always in great shape for us, and we get some of the best fans out here to support us. So I really just look forward to coming to the event. The hospitality is great, and I always look forward to playing.
Talk a little bit about your short game, because I've been very impressed with a couple of flop shots you pulled off over the green yesterday at 11 to get up and down for bogey. Here, a beautiful one off a tough lie. I know you work really hard on that part of your game. How nice is it to see it pay off in competition?
I think that's probably the best feeling, just to know that my hard work has paid off, because I've spent hours a day, not only in my putting, but on my chipping as well, and my ball striking too. I mean, I grind. I practice a ton every single day. I'm out there putting in the work. So to see it pay off means wonders to me, and I'm going to continue to do so.
Well, you did your job and moved up the leaderboard today, but it seems like everybody else is doing the same thing. There has to be at least 15 or more players that are within 3 shots of the lead. What's it going to take tomorrow to lift the trophy?
Just another low round, I'm sure. I'm sure there will be a few more tucked pins, but at the same time, a few accessible ones to be able to go low and make those birdies out there. So just hit the fairways and give myself those birdie opportunities. Hopefully a good amount drop, but all I can do is focus on my game and my emotions and see where that takes me.
I'm sure the emotions were high here in 2007. That was at Pine Needles when she made her debut as a 12-year-old in the U.S. Women's Open. That mark at 12-year-old was eclipsed by this one, an 11-year-old Lucy Lee at 2014 at the U.S. Women's Open at Pinehurst. Incredible and great memories of these two golfers from when they were at the stage when they were legitimately phenoms. Final round grouping. There you can see the time, 10:20 a.m. Eastern Time. Lucy Lee starting at 14 under par with a 1-shot lead over Thompson and Messon. On the Korn Ferry Tour, here's a look at the leaderboard as we head into Sunday. So much on the line for so many. Justin Suh leading the way and 17 under par. Yes, he already has his PGA Tour card secured because of the regular season, but he can help his cause with what he's doing right here, right now. But there are plenty that want to take that mantle away from him and work on securing their own access to the PGA Tour for next year, which leads us to those that are sitting either on or just outside of the bubble. The pressure is going to be massive. That is part of the story within the story at the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. Here's a look at our schedule for you on Sunday. It starts bright and early, 7:30 a.m. for the DP World Tour made in Himmerland. From there, at noon Eastern Time, join, please, myself and Trip Eisenhower as we get you set for the rest of the day, which starts with the Dana Open presented by Marathon at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. Then at 3:30 p.m., the Korn Ferry Tour Championship, which will define the path of lives in the coming year. Golf Central will wrap it all up for you at 7 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. That was your Golf Central update. Thank you so much for joining us. It looks quiet right now, but tomorrow the drama will ensue.